Okay, so you're thinking about trying out Gut Go, dealing with bloating, gas, maybe even hoping for a flatter tummy.
All too common, unfortunately.
Right. And you're on their website, you're seeing all these, well, kind of big claims.
Yeah, bold claims for sure.
Should we dive in and see if Gut Go lives up to the hype?
Let's do it.
The website talks a lot about swollen gut syndrome. That's what they say Gut Go targets, like it's the root cause.
Interesting. Have you ever heard of this syndrome before?
Honestly, no. Sounds a bit like, marketing jargon maybe.
You're right to be a little skeptical. Swollen gut syndrome isn't an official medical term, but the idea behind it, that chronic inflammation in the gut leads to problems, that does have some scientific backing.
So maybe some truth behind the catchy phrase.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's look at the product itself. Gut Go is all about these 4 Japanese tea herbs. Like that's their secret weapon.
It's where things get interesting. These herbs have a long history in Japanese medicine, and now science is starting to investigate their benefits.
I'm ready to hear more. They mentioned Maca, which I always thought was for energy.
Yeah, Maca is known for boosting energy, but research suggests it might also improve gut motility.
Meaning?
It helps things move through your system more efficiently.
So it helps with constipation.
Exactly, and might contribute to a flatter tummy, too.
That's great. What about the other herbs?
Another one is guarana, comes from a Brazilian plant, known for its caffeine, but it also has antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. Could be beneficial for your gut.
So not just speeding things up, but also calming things down.
Exactly. Then there's glutamine, an amino acid. Plays a vital role in your gut lining. Think of it as a barrier protecting you from harmful stuff.
So a strong gut lining is important for preventing leaky gut.
Yes, leaky gut is when that barrier gets compromised. It's linked to a whole range of health issues. Glutamine might help strengthen that barrier.
Okay, so we've got maca for motility, guarana for inflammation, and glutamine for a strong gut lining. What's the 4th ingredient?
Probably the most familiar green tea. We know about its antioxidant power, but new research suggests it might also help good bacteria grow in your gut.
So all these ingredients sound pretty good, at least on paper. They have potential to improve gut health. But are there any downsides, side effects we should be aware of?
That's a really important question. And it's always wise to be cautious with new supplements. These herbs are generally safe, but there's always a chance of individual sensitivities or interactions with medications.
Right. They do have a disclaimer about that on the website, talking about consulting your doctor first.
Absolutely crucial, especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions.
Okay, so we've covered the swollen gut syndrome, the key ingredients, and seeing a doctor. But you know what really caught my eye? The testimonials.
Ah, yes, the power of personal stories.
They're so compelling. Like Amy from Boston, she said Gut Go was the only thing that helped her constipation after prescription meds made things worse.
It's always encouraging to hear those kinds of stories, someone finding relief after struggling. But it's important to remember, these are individual experiences. They might not reflect everyone's outcomes.
True. But then there's Frank from Texas. He not only found relief, but also lost a ton of weight.
Tempting to see those results and imagine ourselves there. But again, everyone's body is different.
Okay, but their money-back guarantee is a big plus for me.
The 365-day, no questions asked refund.
Yeah, it's pretty compelling.
It does signal confidence in the product. Or could it be a clever marketing tactic?
Maybe both, but it definitely reduces the risk. Try it for a year, doesn't work, get your money back.
Like a safety net, giving you the freedom to see if Gut Go delivers.
Okay, so we've talked about the claims, the ingredients, potential side effects, even those testimonials, and the money-back guarantee. Starting to feel like Gut Go might be worth trying, but I'm curious about the bigger picture. How does Gut Go fit into the whole health and wellness trend?
That's a great question. Gut Go taps into this growing awareness of gut health and the rising popularity of natural remedies.
They're definitely playing on this fascination with ancient wisdom, especially this 400-year-old Japanese tea tradition.
Very clever marketing for sure. Creates intrigue, a sense of history, like this knowledge has been passed down for generations. But remember, marketing is designed to sell. We should always be a little skeptical.
Right. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement. We need to keep thinking critically. What else should our listeners know as they consider Gut Go?
Well, it's like being a detective, piecing together clues to see if Gut Go is the right fit. One important clue is considering how these ingredients might specifically address your concerns.
I like that. Play detective. Let's say I'm really struggling with bloating. Which ingredient would be most helpful?
If bloating's your main issue, guarana might be your star player. The anti-inflammatory properties could help soothe your gut, reduce that uncomfortable feeling.
Makes sense. So it's not just about speeding things up, but also about calming inflammation.
Precisely. And remember those testimonials we mentioned? Some talked about a noticeable reduction in bloating after taking GutGo.
Right, like Amy from Boston. She finally found relief after trying so many other things.
Of course. It's natural to connect with those experiences, feel a sense of hope. But as detectives, we need to dig deeper. Ask ourselves, what else might have contributed to their results?
That's a good point. Did they make any changes to their diet or lifestyle around the same time?
Exactly. Maybe more fiber in their diet, or they started managing stress better. Those things can really impact gut health and
Wow.
bloating.
So the testimonials are inspiring. But GutGo might not be the only reason for their success.
Precisely. It's about the whole picture, not just one thing.
This detective work is making me realize this is more nuanced than I thought.
It's rarely a simple answer, but that's what makes this so fascinating. It helps you make a more informed decision.
Okay, so we're being cautious with the testimonials. What other clues should we be looking at?
Well, you mentioned the 365-day money-back guarantee being a big draw. Let's investigate that further.
Yes, seems like a win-win. It works, great. If not, I get my money back.
Why would a company offer such a generous guarantee?
Well, they say it's because they're confident in their product. Honestly, that makes me feel better about trying it.
Confidence is a good sign. But let's play devil's advocate for a second. Could it also be a clever marketing tactic to get more people to try it?
Interesting perspective. It does lower the risk, might make people more likely to buy.
Like a try before you buy, but for a whole year. Take some of the pressure off.
So the guarantee could be both a sign of confidence and a marketing move. How do we weigh those two?
I think it comes down to personal assessment. Does the guarantee make you more likely to try GutGo?
Personally, I have to admit, it does. Makes me feel like the company stands behind their product.
That's perfectly valid. It's all about figuring out what factors are most important to you.
So we've explored the science behind the ingredients, analyzed those testimonials, even dissected the money-back guarantee. I'm getting a much clearer picture now.
That's great. Remember, it's about empowering you to make the choice that feels right for you.
Speaking of empowerment, what else can our listeners do to take control of their gut health, regardless of whether they try GutGo or not?
Fantastic question. It's important to remember that no supplement is a magic bullet. While GutGo might help, it's crucial to incorporate other healthy habits too.
Like what?
Well, diet plays a huge role. Enough fiber and staying hydrated are essential for, keeping things moving.
Less constipation, more regularity.
Absolutely. And don't underestimate the impact of stress. Chronic stress can wreak havoc on your gut.
So managing stress is as important as what we eat.
Exactly. Things like yoga, meditation, even just being in nature can do wonders for your gut.
Those are all things I enjoy anyway. That's good to hear.
And of course, regular exercise is key for a healthy lifestyle. It can really benefit your gut too.
It seems like so many aspects of our well-being are connected.
Absolutely. It's all about a holistic approach, recognizing that our physical, mental, and emotional health are all linked.
Okay, so GutGo might be a helpful tool, but it's best to combine it with a healthy lifestyle for best results.
Exactly. It's like building a house. Strong foundation, good materials, and regular maintenance. That's how you create a lasting structure.
I love that analogy. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's the one thing our listeners should be thinking about?
Here's a question to ponder. Imagine yourself a year from now. Do you see yourself feeling relief from your digestive problems? And what steps are you taking today to make that happen?
Powerful question. Really puts the focus on taking action and making choices that align with what we want.
And remember, the journey can be just as rewarding as the destination.
So let's embrace the process, learn as much as we can, and make informed choices that empower us to live healthier and happier lives.
Yeah, it's about figuring out which ingredients might be especially helpful for you.
Okay, so like playing detective with our own bodies. Let's say I'm dealing with a lot of bloating. Which ingredient in GutGo would be the most helpful for that?
If bloating is your main concern, guarana could be really helpful. Its anti-inflammatory properties can help soothe the gut, reduce that uncomfortable, full feeling.
So it's not just about like getting things moving faster. It's also about calming down the inflammation.
Exactly. And remember those testimonials. Some people mentioned a big reduction in bloating after using GutGo.
Oh yeah, like Amy from Boston.
Yeah.
She said she finally found relief after trying so many other things.
Right. It's natural to feel encouraged by those stories. But as good detectives, we should also consider What other factors might have contributed to their results?
You're right. Like, did they make any changes to their diet or their lifestyle around the same time they started gut go?
Exactly. Maybe they started eating more fiber
Hmm.
or managing stress better. Those things can have a big impact on bloating and overall gut health.
So gut go might not be the only reason they saw improvement.
Right. It's about looking at the whole picture.
This is making me realize there's a lot more to this than meets the eye.
It's rarely a simple answer. But that's what makes this whole process so interesting. It helps you make a more informed decision.
Okay, so we're being detectives, we're analyzing the testimonials.
Mhm.
What other clues should we be looking at?
You mentioned the 365-day money-back guarantee. You said that was a big draw for you.
It is. I mean, it seems like you can't lose. If it works, great. If not, you get your money
But
back.
think about this. Why would a company offer such a generous guarantee?
Well, they say it's because they're confident in their product.
Hmm.
And to be honest, that does make me feel better about trying it.
Confidence is definitely a good sign. But let's put on our skeptical hats for a minute. Could it also be a really smart marketing strategy? A way to encourage more people to buy it?
Yeah, I see what you mean. It definitely lowers the risk,
Yeah.
makes it more tempting to try.
It's like try before you buy, but for an entire year?
So the guarantee could be both a sign of confidence and a marketing tactic. How do we know which one it is?
I think it comes down to your own personal assessment. Does the guarantee make you more likely to give Gut Go a try?
For me, yeah, it does. I feel like it shows they believe in their product.
And that's totally valid. It's all about figuring out what matters most to you.
Okay, so we've looked at the science behind the ingredients, we've analyzed the testimonials, we've even taken apart the money-back guarantee. I feel like I have a much better understanding now.
That's great. It's all about empowering you to make the best choice for you.
Speaking of empowerment,
Yeah.
what else can our listeners do to take control of their gut health, whether they decide to try Gut Go or not?
Such an important question. It's crucial to remember no supplement is a magic solution. Gut Go might be helpful, but it's also really important to adopt other healthy habits.
Like what?
Well, your diet plays a huge role. Make sure you're getting enough fiber and staying hydrated to, keep things moving.
Less constipation, more regularity.
Exactly. And don't forget about stress. When you're stressed out, it can really mess with your gut.
So finding ways to manage stress is just as important as what we eat.
Absolutely. Things like yoga, meditation, even spending time in nature can make a huge difference for your gut health.
Those are all things I try to do anyway.
And of course, regular exercise is important for overall health, and it can benefit your gut as well.
It seems like so many aspects of our health are connected.
They really are. It's about taking a holistic approach, recognizing that our physical, mental, and emotional health are all intertwined.
So Gut Go could be a helpful tool, but it's important to combine it with a healthy lifestyle.
Exactly. It's like building a house. You need a strong foundation, good materials, and regular maintenance to create something that lasts.
That's a great analogy. As we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's the key takeaway for our listeners?
Here's something to think about. Imagine yourself a year from now. Do you see yourself feeling relief from your digestive issues? And what steps are you taking today to get there?
That's a great question to ask ourselves. It really emphasizes the importance of taking action.
And remember, the journey itself can be just as rewarding as the destination.
So let's embrace the process of learning and making healthy choices. I feel like we've learned so much about Gut Go. The Japanese tea herbs, the potential benefits, even the marketing.
You've been a great detective, gathering all those clues to help make an informed decision.
Speaking of, something's been bugging me. Gut Go talks about this 400-year-old Japanese tea tradition. But then they include Maca, which is from Peru.
Ah, good catch. Seems a little contradictory, doesn't it?
Yeah, like, is it really a traditional Japanese formula?
It's possible they're combining different traditions, blending ingredients to get the best of both worlds.
Like a fusion approach to gut health.
Exactly. And it reflects this broader trend we're seeing, integrating ancient wisdom with modern science. People want natural solutions, but they also want scientific backing.
Definitely, I feel that too. I'm all for natural remedies, but I want to know there's research behind them.
It's about finding that balance. And that's where doing your own research is important. Take a look at the studies Gut Go mentions on their website. See what the science says about each ingredient.
Right, we shouldn't just take their word for it. We can empower ourselves by digging a little deeper.
Exactly. Knowledge is power. The more you understand these ingredients, the more confident you'll feel about your choice.
Okay, so we've done our detective work, we've got the knowledge. What's the next step for someone who's seriously considering Gut Go?
This is where talking to your doctor comes in. They can look at your health history, any medications you're taking, and help you decide if gut-go is a good fit for you.
Personalized advice, that makes sense.
And even if your doctor says it's okay, it's important to pay attention to your body once you start taking gut-go.
So it's not just about taking the supplement. It's also about being mindful of how our body responds.
Exactly. Notice any changes in your digestion, your energy levels, how you feel overall. And if you have any concerns, definitely talk to your doctor.
Be an active participant in our health journey, not just hoping for the best.
Exactly. It's about taking ownership and being in tune with your body. And remember, gut-go is just one piece of the puzzle.
Right, we talked about healthy lifestyle choices. Diet, stress management, exercise.
Those are the cornerstones of good gut health. Think of them as the foundation you can build on with gut-go.
It's like creating this solid base for overall well-being.
Exactly. And as you go on this journey, remember to be patient with yourself. Gut health is a process. It takes time to see real changes.
That's so true. We live in a world of instant gratification. But true health transformations don't happen overnight.
And the journey itself can be really rewarding. You're learning, you're experimenting, you're taking control of your health.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into gut-go, let's leave our listeners with something to think about.
Here's a question to ponder. What if better gut health is just a sip away? Maybe it's gut-go, maybe it's something else. But keep exploring, keep learning, and keep striving for that well-being you deserve.
That's a great note to end on. Remember, the best health decisions are the ones you make with confidence and knowledge. And always, always consult with your healthcare provider. Here's to a happier, healthier you all.